How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Just go ahead and type in the Q&A or chat if the chat is working. Just type in yes if you guys can hear me, and we'll go ahead and get started. Just want to make sure. Let's see here. Mute. Can everybody hear me okay? Awesome. All right. Perfect. All right. Thank you, Teresa. There you go. All right. Perfect. The new digital era. Oh my gosh, the new digital era is here. You can see it right there. Look, it says it right there. The new digital era is right here. A lot of stuff we're going to talk about tonight. Focus a lot on these trading certificates via SkyGround, via BD Swiss. We're going to talk a little bit more about SkyGround tonight, as well as BD Swiss a little bit too, because there's kind of an interesting dynamic there, which is pretty amazing. So let me get into all of this. Of course, the disclaimer, everybody's income is going to be different based on what they do, how aggressive they are. You know, if they do this 100% passively, if they refer others or whatever. There's a lot of different options. Yes, you can do this 100% passive. You never have to open your mouth or talk to anyone. And as long as SkyGround and BD Swiss do their thing and continue to do their thing, and you can earn, which is fantastic. But there's so much more to this than a trading certificate. There is a lot of different things going on that we're going to go through tonight, but the disclaimer, obviously everybody's going to be at a different level. So let's talk about BD Swiss a little bit. Also want to talk about SkyGround a little bit tonight as well. So BD Swiss has been around for 11.5 years. We're trading with BD Swiss and with a company called SkyGround, who's basically a partner of BD Swiss. You've got Alex, who's a former CEO of BD Swiss, who's been on multiple phone calls with us, and he is now the CEO of SkyGround, who is a marketing group for BD Swiss. They share a lot of different information as far as algorithms, things like that. They help them on the trading side, all sorts of things. You're going to hear more and more about SkyGround as well. So these certificates are through SkyGround via BD Swiss. So just kind of understand that dynamic now. Dynamic there. These BD Swiss has been around, like I said, a long time. They've won multiple awards. They're the top in the world in literally #1 in the world in MetaTrader 4, which is futures. One of the top in Forex and things of that sort. So they're not just trading cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a very small amount. In fact, on about 6 to 7% of their portfolio is in crypto trading, and they do over $1 trillion a year, over $10 billion a day in trade. So big time brokerage, and they're part of an ecosystem that we're building. I want to kind of talk about a couple things tonight because I've been in blockchain and cryptocurrency for quite a few years now, and there's so much confusion when it comes to, if I say cryptocurrency and I ask people, what do they know about cryptocurrency? It's all across the board. I am from novice to just very beginner to you know, experts or whatever, but I've talked to a lot of so-called experts that aren't really experts in cryptocurrency. They know little bits and pieces, but they don't understand how the blockchain works. When you talk about value, you talk about sustainability, things of that sort, you have to mention supply and demand. Supply and demand are some of the most basic principles when it comes to value. We are creating a lot of supply or a lot of demand, and we're diminishing supply. And that's what you want. We're creating demand for our coins, for our tokens, for people wanting to use our ecosystem in the form of a brokerage with trading. Lydian World Cities, we'll talk about that in a minute. The Lydian World mobile app coming, mining or staking, so proof of stake, not proof of work, metaverse certificates, encrypted telecom, shopping at a giant mall or Web 3.0, which is basically the internet of internet, if you will, and just different things we're going to really dive into tonight. And I want to show you how this kind of ties together. But the starting point are these certificates, and you notice these certificates have two sides. On one side is a meta portfolio, that is the trading via SkyGround via BD Swiss. On the right side, you have meta mining, which is your ability to stake the token of our marketplace via our metaverse, which is also basically a marketplace on the web, on Web 3.0. like a 3D marketplace. Okay, so do you have to shop in the marketplace to earn in there? No. Do you have to wear the glasses? No, you don't. There are a lot of different things that you can do, but you can earn on both sides. You can earn on the trading, you can earn via profit share in the marketplace, all starting with these certificates. So let's break these certificates down a little bit. We're going to tell you about the non-compounding and the compounding. You have two different options on these certificates. So I'm going to go through them kind of slow tonight to really make sure people understand how these work, right? So each certificate is broken up into two parts. There's a price and there's a max load. The price of the certificate is usually right around half of the overall output, your total cost. The total cost of the Aramis is $2,000. The price via is paying out on average, it's been paying about 4.15% weekly on average. Could that change? Of course it could change. Has it changed? Not really. It's actually produced a little bit higher than that, but 4.5% weekly. This is off of a lot of different research and a lot of different things, how this is all set up. And then the max load of 1,000 is accompanied by a match. You see underneath there, it says bonus of $4,500. It says meta mining bonus, meta trade bonus, and meta portfolio bonus. The meta portfolio bonus is added to your max load. So you pay out $2,000, but your PAM account, personal assets under management, being managed via SkyGround, via BD Swiss, is going to start with a balance of $2,125. You will be paid weekly on the price, on average about 4.15% a week. That is non-compounding. That is simple interest. You have the option to take those simple interest payouts and add them to the $2,125. You can just roll them over, or you can cash them out. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with it. If you roll it over, it adds it to the PAM account, and that PAM account will compound quarterly. Okay, that compounds quarterly. On average, is earning on average about 6% a month, but it will compound quarterly, so you'll receive quarterly payouts. On those payouts, you can either keep those or you can roll those back in as well. So you can add to these the PAM account weekly in the form of contributions, which is based off of that $1,000. Now, potential rewards after an 18-month period. MetaCertificate, if you're not, say you're not compounding at all, you're just taking it out, based off of the 6% monthly, the 4.15% weekly, these are the numbers. Okay, so about 3,507, just a little under $8,000 on a $2,000 purchase based off of these numbers. Now, if you like to compound your weekly and quarterly earnings, is closer to the 11,000 mark. Okay, that's again based off of these numbers that we have, and we've seen them. A lot of us on this call have certificates. We've had them for multiple months, and we're seeing these payouts. We're realizing these, and which is really, really nice. So let me break this down as if you were going to run it on a calculator. So the Aramis certificate, the 2,125, that is $1,000 max load plus a meta portfolio bonus of $1,125. That is where the $2,125 comes from. Percentage 6% monthly, 1.5 years, compounding quarterly. Additional contributions 179.83. That would be taking the $1,000 price, multiplying it by 0.0415, which is 4.15%. Multiply that by 52 weeks a year divided by 12 months. That, if you do not cash that out, you would add 179.83 monthly. Then you click the calculate button, and there's the 11,136.03. Could those numbers be different? Yes, they could be. The nice thing is it looks like it's overperforming, but I don't know if it will always overperform. I'm not going to say it will. I don't know. But right now, I'm doing very, very well. Now, that's the Aramis certificate. Let's break down another one, Apollo certificate. And there's certificates from Aramis from 2,000 all the way up to 300,000 Zeus. Okay, now I'm going to show you another special that's going on right now, and which is probably going to last until about the 21st of this month, where the Meta Portfolio bonus is being doubled by BD Swiss. So, for example, on this Apollo certificate, your total output of $10,000, $5,000 of the price, 5,000 max load, 5,500 will be placed onto the max load, starting your Meta Portfolio, your PAM account, the compounding one, at 10.5. But if you get it between now and the 21st, before then, it'd be 10.5 plus another $5,500. Now you also have the Meta mining bonus. We're going to talk about mining later, so don't worry about that. And the Meta trade bonus, this is for people that want to copy trade. If you want to mirror trade, so you can log into our back office, you can click buttons, and you can follow other BD Swiss traders, and you can say, hey, what's this guy doing? How is he or she doing? Does this person win 70% of the time, 80% of the time, 50% of the time, whatever? You can follow their trades. That bonus, for example, if you decide you elect to copy trade, you can go in there and do it, and any output you put out, for example, if you put $1,000 into copy trade, if you win or lose, they will give you a draw from the MetaTrade bonus of $100. Every time you copy trade, you can pull 10% out of that MetaTrade bonus. So you can pull 10% until you've exceeded $8,250. It's like a little buffer for you, basically. That's for people who want to copy trade. I personally am not a trader, and so I haven't done it yet, but there are a lot of people in my organization who have, and they absolutely love it. So to each their own, but that's what the MetaTrade bonus says. So let's go back to the Apollo here. Potential rewards after an 18-month period, non-compounding, you can see those numbers right there. If you elect to compound your weekly and quarterly earnings, it's more like in the $55,000 range, about a 5x, a little over a 5x, okay? So that's what they're looking at right now. Obviously, if you're getting a bigger Meta Portfolio bonus, because you get the certificates between now and the 21st, then that could be higher than a 5x, could be closer to a 7 to 9x. And so, which is really awesome. It's pretty amazing. So that's how these certificates work. And again, on Apollo, broken down, starting balance, the max load of 5,000 plus the Meta Portfolio bonus of 5,500. There's your 10.5, 6% monthly, 1.5 years, compounding quarterly. Additional contributions, $899.17. That would be the 5,000 price multiplied by 0.0415, multiplied by 52 weeks divided by 12 months. And that's your monthly contribution based off of that if you elect not to cash it out. And these are the numbers on the Apollo. So those are the two. Those are 2 of 8 of the certificates. There's many more. There's some that are a lot more, start with higher balances, whatever, that you can see in your back office or have people who invited you to this call show you. Now, let's talk about bigger picture here. These certificates, there's another thing. I'm going to go back to this Apollo here on this slide. What I did not show you is if you see the price here of $5,000, it's also accompanied by 5,000 Lydian lions. You're like, Lydian what? Because we have created a metaverse, i.e. marketplace on Web 3.0, marketplace. Think of a marketplace. And with the purchase of a certificate, you receive credits into the marketplace. With these credits, dollar for dollar on the price, you can use those credits to purchase positions in the marketplace. The more positions you own, you will receive part of a 4% revenue bonus being paid. So for example, whatever revenue the company receives, whether it's from certificates being sold, whether it's from people mining or staking, whether it's from products and services also being sold in our marketplace. We have multiple products and services being added into our marketplace, supplements, we've got real estate, we've got all sorts of things coming into that marketplace. So you see a pool load of $224,000 The more positions you own in that marketplace, the more that $224,000 goes into your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, Tether wallets, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's how that works. So that's the simplest way to explain it. And you know, they're called NFT citizenships. Don't worry, you can learn what that means, but it's basically the more of them you own, the more that 4% you receive. And that's for 100% of the people, whether they refer a person or not, because here is what we are doing. We have created a worldwide marketplace. The trading certificates are just your entry into it. It's like the key to get into the door, to get into this mansion with all of these rooms, and all of these rooms may represent potential income for you. And that's what the trading certificates are for. So the trading certificates are being managed by a large broker for you via SkyGround, via BD Swiss. So you don't have to deal with it. You could just go in there once a week, click a compound button or withdraw button. That's all you need to do. All right. And then again, take some of those credits you receive from purchasing that or referring others. If you refer others to the certificates, you receive credits for that as well. You can use those credits to purchase positions in our marketplace and receive part of the 4%. Easy enough. Okay, so now let's talk about the infinity pools and mid-month accelerators. These are for people that say, you know what, I want to refer people. I want to open my mouth and I want to share this. If you share this, you can participate in the mid-month accelerator and the infinity pool. So mid-month accelerator is exactly what it sounds like, right? On the 15th of each month, you can participate and receive part of 4% of the revenue, depending on which position you rank. And we're going to go through the rankings here in a moment. Then at the end of the month, you get paid again. At the end of the month infinity pool, there's another 4% that is pooled. So for example, you can see that the mid-month accelerator is 436,000. The infinity pool is 224. You're like, why is the infinity pool lower? Because the mid-month accelerator started being pulled from November 15th, and right now it's December 12th. And this was, I think, pulled on like December 10th or something like that. So mid-month accelerator almost has a full month behind it, whereas the infinity pool only has a week and a half behind it. That's why the infinity pool, but by the end of the month, the infinity pool will be a lot larger. Okay, that's why, just in case you guys were wondering. All right, now let's talk about some of the items that are generating this 4%. We know, okay, the trading certificates. Yes, we get that 4% of the revenue there. GS Lifestyle, that is, a lot of us have MasterCards that we can take our cryptocurrency and send them to the MasterCards, and we can convert it to dollars and cents. And every time we swipe that MasterCard to buy groceries, pay for gas, whatever it may be, there is a merchant services fee. 4% of that fee is allocated and placed into Lydian World. So if somebody buys a piece of bread and I am a citizen in that country, I get paid for that piece of bread. I get paid part of that fee. Okay, so that fee is shared around the world. And the more positions you have, the more of that fee you will collect. Assisted trading, that's a mirror trading. Interactive airdrops, in-world games as we sign up gaming companies, NFT marketplace, external API connections. External API connections would be other people using our blockchain, like developers using our smart chain, which is what is going to be a smart chain, paying gas fees, rental fees to use our blockchain. Okay, that's what the external API connections are. So for those who don't understand it, don't worry about it right now. If you don't understand, you know, blockchain and stuff like that, that's not what tonight's call is about. Tonight's call is about just saying there are a lot of ways that we're generating revenue for this company, and that's going to add to your payouts in Lydian World if you have those positions. Now let's talk about the GSP Community Rewards Plan. If you refer it, so basically, if you want to participate in the rewards plan, you've got to pay a fee. You have to pay a fee. This fee is $33 monthly, not very much. If you have the lowest, one of the lower certificates, Hermes, on average is paying over $40 a week. There's your $33 right there. I mean, you can literally cash it out once a week. There's your 33 bucks. If you refer somebody, they will pay out 15%. 15% of what they participate in this marketplace, 15% of whatever's commissionable value will go to you. If they refer somebody, you receive 5%, but you have to have at least one active member referral. meaning you need one person underneath you paying the $33 to unlock levels 2 and 3. You can get paid on your front line. You can get paid on anybody you sponsor. Even if they're all customers, nobody pays a monthly fee, you get the 15% because you paid. But if you have one person underneath you that also pays $33, you will get paid on 1, 2, and 3 levels. If you have 2 active member referrals, you get paid on levels 4 through 6, and 3 active member referrals, 7 through 9. So that's how that works. So make sure you understand that, because you can really maximize the compensation plan. On top of those earnings, you can also receive additional bonuses. This is the Infinity Pool. Infinity Pool, to be a member of the Infinity Pool or to participate in it, you need at least 3 minimum active members. 3 active members. That's 30 people. $3 people paying $33. There will be more incentive to pay the $33 and more discounts and stuff coming. There will be a lot of incentives for a lot of your customers to say, oh my gosh, I want to pay the $33 because they're going to get more value for that $33 as well. You do receive Lydian Lions for the $33. You do receive 37 Lydian Lions to take positions in Lydian World for the $33. We have to give them something, not just an opportunity to refer. They do receive a product for it as well. But we're going to make that even better here pretty soon. We'll let corporate announce what that is and all that kind of stuff. But if you have 3 active members on there, and which 3 opposite teams, says you have 1, 2, 3 teams going, you can pull up to 40% per line. That means, for example, to be a director, 10,000 in total sales, 4,000 to be pulled from one line, 4,000 from another, and then 2,000 from as many, everyone else combined. Right, that would give you director, and you would receive 20% of the payout are shared amongst the directors. Then your regional, national, executive, all the way down to ambassador. These pools can be found in your back office on your menu, on your menu, and it says statistics right at the top. Click on statistics, and you can see it in there. Okay, so that's how that works. Now let me show you really quick. I'm going to show you my back office, show you a couple more things in my back office before we wrap this call up. I'm trying to keep this really simple tonight. Let me go to GSP and I will share it to make sure you guys can see it. So I can go to my back office right here. Give me 1 second here. All right, so right here, when I click on statistics, you will see the Infinity Pool. You can also see a Blockstar Pool. Let's click on more details right here. Blockstar Pool is for personal volume if you decide to refer people. Blockstars, that's frontline, anybody you personally direct. If you sell $3,000 in your first 30 days from when you registered, you will become a Rising Blockstar. If you have at least 3 active members, just basically read the qualifications right here. Now, what does that mean? Again, first 30 days, you will receive a fast start bonus. It's just an additional bonus because there's another pool that 4% goes into, actually might even be 8% going into the Blockstar pools. These you'd have to get monthly. So if you become a Rising Blockstar, every month there forward that you become a Blockstar, you will also receive an additional bonus as a Rising Blockstar. That will come to you forever and ever and ever and ever. Every month you hit Blockstar above, you'll get an additional Rising Blockstar bonus. So Rising Blockstar is very important to achieve. Blockstar, you need 6 active members and 10,000 in sales in your front line. Blockstar Supreme, 30,000 front line and 9 active members. Okay, that's it. And those are personal volume pools. You can see all the pool terms right here. All right. Another important thing for people to do, and this is a must. Go to My News and go to News and Updates and read about all of the different things, the life changer events, the trading training with Liam and Aline, hosted by corporate trainer Bruce Hughes, these guys from BD Swiss and Skyground and stuff, training you how to trade and all that kind of stuff if you want to do the copy trading. Here's one that are very, very excited about this Seychelles Leadership Retreat. Let's look at this. Seychelles Leadership Retreat. Seychelles, an island right off of Madagascar, which is really, really amazing. So qualification period, December 1st or December 31st. If you become an executive or higher this month in December, your food and lodging will be 100% paid for. Say it again. If you become an executive this month, your food and lodging for 3 days, 3 nights will be paid for. If you want even a better suite or more expensive lodging, become an ambassador, right? And then they're going to even give you a better suite and better lodging or whatever. Then your flight, you can have travel allowance. So if you're an executive and you pay for a flight, they will give you a reimbursement up to 20% on your flight. Continental executive, 35% on your flight. So you pay for your flight, but then you're going to receive this back, right? This is reimbursement. International, 55, ambassador, 70, global ambassador, 85, crown ambassador, they cover flight. Everything will be covered, full reimbursement on your flight, and then a really nice place to stay in Seychelles or whatever. Just, you know, just better, bigger, better. So that is depending on what you qualify for as this month. And you can see it in the news and notes, and you can see all sorts of all the updates, everything that's going on, the promos. Just look at my news and updates right there. You can see everything. I'm going to go back to the dashboard really quick and show you an incentive that is going on right now. Catch the Santa. This is between now and I believe the 21st of the month until 6 p.m. Eastern. So anytime you come in here and you see Santa Claus, there he is. Right now he's on almost all of the certificates. Look what happens. I'm going to click on Aphrodite, for example. So Aphrodite, if I buy an Aphrodite right now, I don't receive on the max load only a $2,500 bonus from Beauty Swiss. I receive a $5,000 bonus. So that means my PAM account would be trading starting with $7,500, not $2,500. So I'd be paid on the weekly, on average, 4.15%. And then my PAM account would start at $7,500, not $5,000. If I bought an Aphrodite right now because Santa is on it. If somebody purchases 3 certificates, 3, they get one for free. The price, they still have to load it. So say, for example, you get 2 Hermes and 1 Aphrodite, you're going to get a free Aphrodite. You'll get the free of the larger one for free. And the person who sponsored you will also receive a Catch the Santa Aphrodite for free. They do not have to fill it now. They have several months to fill it. When they do fill it, they'll receive the double load as long as it's received before the 21st. So that's just an incentive that we have right now. Merry Christmas, right? All that kind of stuff. So pretty amazing. Very, very amazing, actually. So what I would recommend doing is just getting back with the person. Okay, I'm brand new to this. Can you help clarify where money comes from? Yes, the money comes from trading. So if you go to BD Swiss and you get on the corporate calls, they're trading. BD Swiss, Skyground are trading. That's where the money comes from. Okay, it's not coming from the next person coming in like that. We don't play those games. It is coming in from trading via BD Swiss. So if you're on our corporate calls, you will see representatives from both Skyground and BD Swiss on our corporate calls. You will see BD Swiss and representatives from BD Swiss and Skyground speaking at our corporate events and announcing our partnership, and it's all over the place. And so, but that's where the money comes from, is people that have been trading for years and years and years, decades. In fact, I don't know who was on the latest corporate call, the one last week with the trainers on there, and the gentleman who had been trading for 30 years was a very, very very experienced as a trader. And so things of that sort, really, really exciting. Also, part of the money comes from this as well. So we just brought on Regent Swiss. We just brought on VII Real Estate and others. So anytime somebody purchased supplements through our mall, anytime they play the video games, the pay-to-play gamers and all these, there will be multiple sources of income coming into this thing, because we're creating a metaverse, which basically take the word metaverse and change it to meta mall or marketplace. So for example, 4% of this revenue in these pools are generated. Somebody buys energy drink, or they buy a piece of jewelry, or they rent a room at a hotel, or they purchase a car through a metaverse, or whatever the case may, all those are revenue generators. That real market generating revenue to come in, to go into these pools, to go into these commissions and things of that sort. So it's an entire ecosystem. If they're using, purchase G999 on our dashboard, if they mine or stake Lydian stators to create more coins, those are all revenue generators. Okay, so that's what we've got here. We're literally, these trading certificates are your entry, because again, let me pull up the Aphrodite. See right here, price $2,500, Lydian Lions $2,500 in Lydian Lions. What does that mean? That is a bonus in Lydian Lions where you can buy positions in Lydian World. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to log into my Lydian World to show you guys this really quick. So very good question, by the way. Let me go ahead and type login right here. Let me go to email. Put my email in, type in my password. I'm going to click on sign in. And I'm going to, all right, give me 1 second here. I'm going to type in my Lydian World access code. All right. So right here in Lydian World, you can see all these different states. For example, Alaska, I'll click on Alaska, for example. So Alaska, every state and every country in Lydian World has been given or assigned a treasury in every state. So for example, that 4% based off of the size of population, different things in, the revenue into these states and stuff, 4% will trickle in. So if I click this button right here, and I can see all these revenue generators from the card swipes to the mainnet staking pool, Lion Cake staking pool, and this right now, they're not all pulling up. Sometimes it does this on, it keeps doing that. So anyway, if you go in here and you click on resource income, you click on this little arrow here, you'll see how it's dropping down and it's come back up, because on Zoom, sometimes it does that. Anyway, you'll see the full drop down box like you saw. So all these different revenue generating activities coming in, and what happens is as more revenue, so we've paid out $2.5 million into Lydian World based off of 4% of all these revenue generators. And if I click on financial right here, you can see on financial, it'll take a second to pull up because again on Zoom and all this, okay, so you can see where I've earned Tether, I've earned Bitcoin, I've earned stators, I've earned all sorts of different things. And can I cash it out? Yes, I can. So I have all these assets that I've earned from these revenue generators in Lydian World. So I'm just getting in here, and then right here you can see where right here where I've withdrawn as well. So I've withdrawn some Tether, Bitcoin, blah, 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 things of that sort. So you can withdraw, you can pull up the hash and you can see where, yes, it did post and all that kind of stuff like that. So we can withdraw, nobody's holding our money, nobody's keeping our money. We can withdraw freely when we want to. This thing is amazing. And really what it is the goal was to create a blockchain platform with multiple use cases, a lot of utility. And the more you learn and study use case and utility in the blockchain, that's where you can earn in the blockchain. You got to understand which platforms to participate in based off of which coins actually have real world use. What I mean by that is if somebody enters into our marketplace and they rent a hotel, they're renting a hotel. They don't care what the cost of your cryptocurrency is. They buy a car, they buy real estate, they buy shoes or whatever in our MetaMall or whatever it may be, they get a trading certificate. They're not worrying about the cost of your cryptocurrency at the time. These are real world uses to drive transactions on a blockchain, and each transaction could help potentially raise the value of your asset being your cryptocurrency. You have to have real world use, or you have what they call when I say a crap coin. Okay, you don't want a crap coin. You want real world use and real utility when it comes to blockchain and things of that sort. And that's what we're providing here. So with that, everybody, I want to wish everybody a great night, and we'll talk soon.